Hey guys, Logan Battles here. So I'm going to be doing my movie review for X-Men Apocalypse. Now I went to see it, and before I get into my review, I'm going to be reading to you a story or some bio story, let's just call it as it is, for what this movie is actually about. So here it is. With the emergence of the world's first mutant, Apocalypse, the X-Men must unite to defeat his extinction level plan. Now, this is just a short story of what this movie is about. I'm not going to read you a long one, but you can check out for yourself. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into my thoughts and opinions about what this movie is about. So first of all, let me say that I do like this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I will say that. I'm not saying it's a perfect movie. I'm just saying that there are some bad parts in it that I don't like, but there are also good parts in there that I do like. So, starting off with the cast. James McAvey, I believe, is the name of this actor, as Professor Charles Xavier. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he played a really good role of Professor Xavier. He has a very intelligent mind. He can see a lot of things in his mind that a lot of people can't see. Just stuff like that. I really like James McAvey. I cannot really pronounce his name without making sure that it is his last name. I really like him as Professor Charles Xavier. He's really good. Michael Fassbender as Magneto. I like him as Magneto. He nailed it. He nailed his role as a villainous character for the X-Men franchise. I thought Michael Fassbender did a I'm not going to say the bad word, job with his role as Magneto. I thought he did excellent. Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, I believe. She's okay. I mean, there were some parts of it that I'm not really, that she was in that I'm not really into, but there are good parts that she was in that I really enjoyed. So I'm just going to leave her as it is, just really good. Nicholas Hoult as Beast, he did really good, I will say that. He did an excellent job with this role as Beast. He knows how to perform very well with his role as Beast in this X-Men movie. And now Oscar Isaac from Star Wars The Force Awakens, where he played Poe Dameron. And now in this movie, his character is Apocalypse. A god who awakened after thousands of years, learning about the world, and then wanted to change into a better world.
Everything they built will fall, and from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one.
That's my impression of Apocalypse. Evan Peters as Quicksilver. Wow. Now there is this one scene, if you have seen the movie already, you would know what I'm talking about. There's this one scene of Quicksilver. I was so surprised that it was a really good scene by Quicksilver. I thought he was fantastic. Especially that scene that I was trying to tell you guys about, but I can't tell you or tell those who have not yet seen it. I don't want to give it away, but wow. Evan Peters, I thought, did a spectacular job with his role as Quicksilver. Just spectacular. Just not enough words to say. Sophia Turner as Jean Grey. I thought she did a little bit of a good job. And by little, I mean, there are some scenes where she can get too off guard. Or I should say, I don't even know, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. There have been some scenes where she appeared in where she has gone much more dramatic than she should be. I'm just like, okay, never mind. I'm just wow. But yes, there are also good scenes that she appeared in that she did really well, and I will give her credit for that. So yeah, Sophia Turner, again, I thought did pretty good with her role as Jean Grey. Very good job. Ty Sheridan, I think, as Cyclops. I mean, he's okay. He's just kind of like this very difficult, complicated guy who cannot open his eyes because he'll have laser shoot out of his eyes if he opens his eyes. He has most difficult times trying to control his powers. And I don't see it as a very fun way to enjoy from this character. But then I noticed that that at the second half of the movie, he did pretty well, actually. It's just I had a problem with him in the first half of this movie. He did the best that I think he could have done. So yeah, but I do like him in the second half. He was hot in the second half. Cody Smythe McPhee as Nightcrawler. I thought he did pretty good with this role. There's some hilarious parts that he appeared in that made me laugh. I will say that. He is funny, but he's also really cool. I thought his ability to teleport from one spot to another, pretty hot. I will say that it was pretty hot and cool. Ben Hardy as Angel. I'm really not a big fan of this character, of his role, honestly. I mean, he's never really been my type, but never been one of the characters that I like to see in some movies like these. He's just not my kind of character, so kind of take him as a disappointment, sort of, maybe. I'm not a big fan of Angel. Ben Hardy as Angel. I'm not a big fan of him as Angel. Just moving on. Alexandra Smith as Storm. I thought she was okay. There are some parts in there that she appeared in where I'm like, they could have done her a little bit better. But there are good scenes that she appeared in that I really like. So I'll just let that go, or just let it slide for a while. And now to the story. I actually really like the story that they had put in this movie, where it shows that Apocalypse was. I may have told you this already, but I feel like I'm going to say it again. I like the story where they put in as, the very first living mutant was awoken to, start a new world, turn it into a better world. I kind of enjoyed the second half more than I enjoyed the first half, because there were some parts in the first half of this movie that I do not like to watch, honestly. I'm not going to give the names of what those scenes are. I'm just telling you that I pretty much enjoyed the second half of this movie better. Second half got me more amped up and more excited and more happy about how it ended. Although I'm pretty sure some would argue that it was not. Some people might disagree with me on that, and that's okay. I'm just saying that second half appeals to me better than the first half. The action sequences, most of them are good, I will say that. Some of them are not good, but most are really good. And I forgot to mention Wolverine. He has not appeared much in this movie that I expect he would, but I realize, okay, they only put him in there for a very good reason, and that reason is he does some, focusing on the X-Men trying to form together, and Wolverine is no longer part of that. So I let it slide and just let it go for a little bit. Yeah, action sequences were good. The writing, it's good. It's okay. Just the other things about this movie that I thought were good, and some parts of it are not that good, I will say. So yeah, it's really cool, I will say. So yeah, it's rating time. I will say that this movie is pretty good. I will say that. So yeah, guys, that is my movie review for X-Men Apocalypse. If you guys enjoyed this movie review that I made, please click the like button, and of course, if you are new to my channel, please click the subscribe button. If you want to add me on my social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, the links to all of those will be in the description below. And that's about it. I will see you guys this week Saturday with a brand new video. Have a great week, BattleSquad, and as always, fight the good fight. Peace!